Well, the champs still the champs. What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. Dugai, coming at y'all with another episode of Dropping Downs with Mr. Dugai. And today I'm going to talk about today's college football matchup as you have the number 3 and defending national champion Georgia Bulldogs beating down the Oregon Ducks 49-3 to start this season. Before I get into this video, for everyone, if you want to give me a follow on my social media platforms, I'm gonna have all that information down in the description box. May not always get a chance to respond to questions and comments on these videos, so feel free to DM me. And whenever I get a chance to, I'll get back at you. Come holler at your boy. Also, if you're a Madden player on Xbox One, I'm gonna have my Xbox One gamer tag down in the description box also. Well, I guess some things, as much as they change, they don't change at all, man. Bo Nix is now the starting quarterback of the Oregon Ducks, and he usually struggles bad whenever he plays against the Georgia Bulldogs, and that did not change today, man. 49-3. I'm not gonna lie, I actually thought Oregon could have. I thought Georgia would win, but I felt like Oregon could keep this game somewhat competitive, because of the familiarity that or the non-normalcy of the familiarity, that Oregon has with them as far as Dan Lennon being Georgia's defensive coordinator last season and Bo Nix going up against that Georgia defense from his time spent at Auburn. But it seemed like those two things really, really benefited Georgia with the familiarity and stuff like that. And look, I must say, man, a lot of people is critical of him. He's not a five-star guy. He's not a guy with a big arm, super accurate. He ain't Matthew Stafford, you know what I'm saying? Or even DJ Shockley for the Georgia Bulldogs. But Stetson Bennett played really, really well today, man. He had 368 yards passing and 2 touchdowns, including one of the touchdowns where he got grabbed, looked like he was going to go down, but kept his balance and threw a nice touchdown pass. You had Milton out there getting over 50 yards in a rushing touchdown. McIntosh had well over 100 yards. McConaughey had a touchdown. Mitchell had a nice touchdown catch on a pretty back shoulder leap and grab. And defensively, they picked off Bo Nix real early in this game, especially the second one just looked like, woo, that guy jumped that thing extremely good. Where when he first got it, you thought maybe he would end up with a pick six, but nevertheless, man, dominant performance by the Georgia Bulldogs. They still are very good. Their defense is still very good despite all the defensive players they lost to the NFL draft. And their offense looks good because now Stetson Bennett, instead of being looked at like a game managing, don't turn the ball over type of quarterback, he seems now like that, like he's somebody that Georgia could actually put the offense in his hands and actually ask him to go make plays and be, instead of being somebody they got to avoid, being somebody they could depend on now. Real good performance by him today. Just a dominant performance by the Bulldogs in general. Kind of reminded me a little bit of the 2011 season when we played Oregon in Arlington, and we just flat out took. We didn't beat them this bad, but we flat out took it to them, and they really didn't want no part of that. And that's what you see today. You seen today. The physicality of Georgia and the athletic ability of Georgia just was too much for Oregon to handle, especially whenever you got a team coming in that still feel like they need to prove themselves, though they won a national championship last year. They feel like they're being slept on. I'm sure they feel disrespected by being the number 3 ranked team in the country when they finished off with number 1 last season and got a returning starting quarterback. But they still very good, obviously. But it's a long season. But the Oregon Ducks, they still got their shot at the Pac-12. But yeah, Georgia Bulldogs completely dominated today. But with that being said, that's all I got for y'all tonight. Appreciate y'all checking out the video. Hit the like button for your boy. Give me a subscribe. I have LSU, NCAA, excuse me, and content of my other teams throughout the year. Y'all have a blessed one. Go Tigers.